everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ajwa, and I hope this video finds you well. If you are new to this place, please consider subscribing, and to all my returning subscribers, thank you so much for your support and welcome back. So this is quite unusual of me, but I couldn't film in my usual filming place for some reason. So for today, just bear with me. I had to just make myself comfortable outside and bring to your attention KHAIR Pistachio not KHAIR Pistachio, but KHAIR Fusion by Paris Corner, which is a February 2024 release, or manufactured in February 2024. But I think I saw it about a week or two ago, and I quickly had to get it and bring it to your attention. So this is KHAIR Fusion, and word on the street is that it's supposed to be a clone for KHAIR Sparkling Lychee, which I have tried a couple of times, and I actually like that fragrance. Do they even compare in the first place? How similar are they? Are they different? Is it a spot-on dupe? I'll just give you all the details. But before I do, I would love to say a special thank you to you guys. Thank you so much for 4,000 subscribers and counting. I think I reached my 4,000 subscriber mark a couple of days ago. Thank you so much, guys. And I think I promised, I promised that I was going to do a giveaway. If you are based here in Ghana, just send me an email, which I will link in the description. Tell me the reason why you would love to win the fragrances I spoke about, which are going to be Cherosa 62 and then Bath and Body Works Sugared Snooker Doodle. I think those are the two fragrances I want to give away for my 4,000 subscriber mark. I wish I could do more, and I pray that probably on my 5,000 subscriber mark I'm going to be able to do so much better. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about KHAIR Fusion. This is how the package is. It's not different from the other KHAIR fragrances that I have come across. We have the original KHAIR, we have the pistachio version, and unfortunately, I picked up a 10 ml of the pistachio version. Initially, when I tried it in store, I liked it. I brought it home, I sort of liked it. But over the time, when I'm testing, I realized I don't really like that fragrance, and that is the reason why I don't have a full, 100 ml bottle. But when I tested this one, I knew I had to get a full bottle because it is that good, but does it compare to the OG? Let's find out. So the note structure for this one is the same as the OG Sparkling Lychee by KHAIR, which includes the following: lychee, black currant, red apple, and then Italian lemon at the top. We have violet rose, jasmine sambac in the middle, and then sugar, vanilla absolute, musk, amber, sandalwood, and cedar at the base. That is the note structure for KHAIR's version, and that is the same note structure for this. When I first sprayed this fragrance, I am immediately met with a very tart, blast, alcoholic sort of opening, which is from the lychee, I believe. The lychee is very tart and sharp, but that tart sharpness and that sparkling sort of vibes last just like 10 seconds. After the 10-second mark, you don't find anything lychee, you don't find anything sparkling. Every sparklingness and lycheeness you find is just at the beginning, which is the opening. Aside that, you don't really get a lot of the lychee and that sparkling vibes throughout the the life of the fragrance. It's just at the first 10-15 seconds, that is when it is the most sparkling and the most lychee. But it gives me that red wine sort of booziness, especially at the opening. But that sparkling wine like boozy tartness ends after the first 10-15 seconds, after which it becomes very green. You get a very green note in this one. I think it's coming from the black currant. It feels like they added the shrubs of the black currant tree or leaf or fruits in this fragrance, because the greenness in this one is quite heavy. It might throw you off, but you need to just give it just some few other minutes, and it begins to settle down. To me, this is more of a fruity floral scent, more than like a fruity fragrance or a lychee black currant fragrance by itself, because of that violet in it and that red rose. The violet in this one feels very candied, like very candied or sugary violet, not very powdery or irisy, not at all, but it feels very candied, coupled with that sweet jammy black currant, like syrupy thick black currant, or black currant. And the rose in this one feels like a red rose to me. It doesn't come across as those pink rose, you know, those the typical rose scent. It feels like something reddish, you know, to me. It doesn't come across as heavy on the jasmine, not at all. The most prominent floral you get in this one is the violet. It feels like very candid, coupled with that black currant and a little, you know, just a little touch of the lychee. The lychee doesn't really, it's not pronounced in this one. Then at the base, you get that very delicious thick syrupy sort of vanilla coupled with a slight woody, you know, just a slight woody base. You don't get a heavy cedar, a heavy sandalwood. You don't get that. The woodiness in this one is like very, very negligible. So if it's not, it doesn't come across as masculine at all. It doesn't maintain the sparkliness or the sparkling nature, you know, as compared to the OG version. The OG version doesn't also maintain like a very intense sparkling, you know, essence. It's quite light and effervescent. I don't find this one overly effervescent. It's much more fruity floral, you know. It's quite light. It's not as effervescent and sparkling as the OG version. However, it's totally puts me in the mind frame of KHAIR. To me, this one puts off so much better on skin than on clothes. It feels like much more of KHAIR's version on skin, but on clothes it pulls a little bit different, especially on me. I don't know, but on clothes it pulls much more musky, much more green, a little it's like a little different from what I get on my skin. On my skin I get that sugary sweet vanilla essence at a dry down, but I don't necessarily get a sugary sweet aspect on clothes, you know. I don't know if that would be the experience for any other person, but that is how this one feels to me. On skin it is so much sweeter, so much of that syrupy thick essence of that black currants and the vanilla at the base, you know, with a touch of that musky greenness, whilst on clothes it's much more musky, much more green. It doesn't come across as overly sweet on clothes to me as compared to how I get it on skin. It really compares to the KHAIR version. There's one more fragrance that this one has also been, or the original KHAIR Sparkling Lychee has been compared to, which is going to be Champagne Toast by Bath and Body Works. When I compare these two, they absolutely smell like the same. This one is like the perfume version of Champagne Toast. You get that same sparkliness, champagne like, you know, bubbly sort of champagne vibes in this one, and you get that just from the opening of this one, after which it just, you know, the whole fragrance becomes like a fruity floral, more of a candid violet sort of vibes. They smell so identical, these two, and this one has been compared to the KHAIR version. This one and that one compares so well, you know. They match. They are like almost a one-to-one sort of, you know, dupe. And when I compare these two, they are almost like a one-to-one, you know, match for me. So if you have Champagne Toast and you want like a perfume sort of version, I would say go for this one, considering the price, or if you are considering prices of the OG version. And this I got for about $20, you know, locally here I got it for about $20 as compared to the OG version, which people think it's quite pricey for a sort of juvenile smelling scent. I sort of agree, you know. It's quite light and watery, not so much of effervescence and sparklingness, you know, but quite light, you know, watery, easy grab. You can honestly douse yourself in this. I got this one 2 days ago, and this is how, you know, much of a dent I have made in this one, because you can actually overspray this one, but it doesn't last, you know. It doesn't really last. It gives me about 1 hour on skin and about 3, you know, even 3 hours on clothes. I'm sort of pushing it. It doesn't last, you know. I don't know if it's going to improve over time, but I'm going to give it much more time to, you know, to develop, to sit, and then see how it develops. But for now, it gives me about 1 hour on skin, about 2.5 to 3 hours on clothes, you know. But I like the scent profile, the scent itself on skin rather than on clothes. So it's very also feminine. There's nothing masculine about this one too. It's quite young. It doesn't come across as matured, but it's an excellent fragrance for like an everyday grab, easy grab, something you can, you know, thoroughly enjoy. It's not offensive at all. So if you're looking for a sparkling lychee dupe, I would say this is an absolutely great job by Paris Corner. You know, you can't beat the price, you can't beat the quality of this one. It's just that it doesn't last. The performance is lacking. It doesn't really project, but people just arm's length, you know, around you are going to smell it. Maybe if you combine it combine this one with something else, it's going to improve. But I think if you combine this with any other thing, it's going to be overshadowed because it doesn't really have that potency to withstand any combination. That is what I think about KHAIR Fusion. That is all I have for you today, and I hope this video found you well. Please do not forget to give this video a thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you in my next one. Take care. Bye bye.